You're referring to the headline of the Times. The sugar workers call for Komal Chan to resign. Who is behind this? That we have to probe. We're trying to find out who is the editor for the paper, who in charge. We got an idea who is the owner or part owner. I don't not know these details.
There seems to be a major crack in the upper echelons of the People's Progressive Party. Some sugar workers want the Gawu president gone. The story was first reported in the Guyana Times. This has serious repercussions for the union president, Komal Chand, because it suggests that the powers that be in the PPP want him gone. The Guyana Times is believed to be owned largely by senior functionaries of the opposition PPP.
This is to tell you about the desperation of the authors of what is written.
Chan told Channel 2 Headline News that he thinks the call is coming because of a favorable meeting the union had recently with the government.
We recall we had a meeting with the government of Guyana at their invitation, and we responded to the meeting positively. Workers had sought to meet with the Prime Minister. He met with some of them. So I don't know if this has to do with our meeting. It was a proper meeting.
The union president said that his delegation fully represented the desires of the workers.
We were mandated to represent the workers to get all their pay at one time. The law to say that the payments ought to be all at one time. For the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Holder, in a press briefing or in a press commentary, explained that the workers will get all the money in January. And so we said that we cannot go outside their mandate.
Mr. Chan is at a loss as to where the resignation call originated. He said that it is like, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Just the other day we had a criticism from the AFC about our militancy, about how much sugar was not able to perform because of Gawus. So now you have the opposite, that we are not fighting enough.
The embattled longtime union leader said that the prominence of the article is also a suspect.
We have to probe who is the authors, and the fact it was done with an intention. And when you only have to look at the prominence it took in the Times paper.
Mr. Chan said that he thinks he was set up by the Times newspaper.
There is a journalist who talked to me last evening. His name is Samuel Suknanan, and asked me about the payment and our position, and I explained everything. But nothing of the sort that I explained to him was carried in the paper.
Chan said the newspaper misquoted him.
In fact, they quoted me, which I didn't give a comment on. You attributed something to me that you didn't even ask me. And what I told you, which were the pertinent questions to the issues you have written there, you didn't mention it. So this is the deliberate, because here you asked me for comment. You didn't carry my comment. You didn't carry my explanation.
He went further. He suggested that the Guyana Times newspaper even lied about the quotes from the workers which they featured in the article.
And what is strange that these workers, and while we know workers' expression, some of the adjectives they use that the workers use are not how workers normally communicate.
The union president said that the retrenchments are affecting the coffers of the union.
Naturally, if your membership falls, your union dues collection will be less. We had people who move on, 1 or 2 people gone overseas. We haven't replaced them because it fits in with the fact that our workload is becoming less.
As the Gawu Union president wrapped up the interview with Channel 2 Headline News, he had some very harsh words for the Guyana Times newspaper.
As I don't want to be irresponsible, as this article is irresponsible, mischievous, and is aiming at weakening the union and cause division among its rank and file.
As I was leaving, the union president asked me a favor.
It's good if you could help me probe to know, why they want to get rid of me.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.